Into the final period we go. Frank Lieber along with Roger Staubach at Texas Stadium. Dallas leading San Francisco by a whopping 52-7 count. Cowboys led at halftime 38-7. They have the football. They're driving again with a third down and a long yard needed for the first down at the 49er 24-yard line. A little repair work on the sidelines. Scott Perry, who's a defensive back, being tended to. Newhouse is back in there at fullback along with James Jones. Doug Cosby, the tight end, in motion. It is Jones driving for the first down. Hard man to bring down. Finally dragged out at the 20-yard line.
He's got quick feet, James Jones. The Cowboys really like him. He was the number 3 draft choice. He also has done a great job running back punts and kickoffs, which the Cowboys have not had in recent years. And you can see why. He can spin, he can cut, and he's got fine agility. They're using him mainly to run back punts and kicks, and now he's in the game. And he's a game breaker. He had a great preseason for Dallas.
I'm curious, as you look at Don Woods on the sideline, how you would define quick feet. A lot of people think it's purely speed, but it's not that. This is Newhouse, who fights his way down to the 13-yard line. What is quick feet?
A quick feet is the ability to move in a direction and to change very quickly. A lot of running backs lumber. I mean, they just move, and it's power and drive, where the smaller backs like Jones or Dorsett's a little bit bigger, but Walter Payton, they can stop in their tracks and move their feet very quickly and accelerate from that movement. Some players try to juke and move around, but they can't accelerate, and of course it doesn't help them a great deal. Jones is quick, and he can accelerate from the movement of his feet when he has to.
Second down. Dallas needs 2 for the first down from the 49er 13.
Do you understand?
Not a word. Newhouse, but it sounded impressive, whatever it was. He reaches the 10. It'll be very close for the first down. It did sound very impressive. I will say that. But I used to go to class, in college, and sit there and listen to those professors a time or two, and you'd go through a whole lecture, and you said, boy, that sounded impressive, but then you never took a single note.
That was what you call a long answer on quick feet instead of a quick answer on quick feet.
That's true. That's true. That's another first down. They're at the 10-yard line.
Lynn Swan's mother made him take dancing lessons to develop his acrobatic and quick feet ability.
I didn't know that. Yeah. I didn't know that. Another touchdown for the Cowboys would tie their all-time point total. Newhouse is down to the 7-yard line. Newhouse showing his quick feet.
Of course, the Cowboys have some changes in their offensive line also, and see Newhouse really getting hit hard right there. He's got the ability to bounce back up when he's hit, but of course that time the Craig Pookie really clocked him. Robert Shaw's in there at center, number 52. So Dallas has some changes in their offensive line.
James Jones pulling his way up the middle down to the 3. He deals out a little punishment when he runs too. This was a young man from Mississippi State who had some knee problems coming out of college. Maybe the reason he wasn't a higher draft pick, but he's run very well for the Cowboys, particularly on kick returns this year. Third down, goal to go from the 3-yard line.
Dallas is keeping it on the ground. They're not trying to run up the score by any means. There's over 11 minutes to go, and you've got to carry out your plays. They're keeping it on the ground, and they're moving the ball on the ground, of course, much better than they did in the second half. In the first half, they had trouble. In the second half, they moved the ball very well on the ground.
Newhouse is to the goal line and over. Robert Newhouse scores for the Cowboys.
Doug Cosby, number 84, was coming down the line and kind of led that blocking. And Newhouse came over Cosby and into the end zone.
Well, the Cowboys are now an extra point away from tying their all-time point total record. 59 scored originally against Detroit back in 1968. And there's still 11 minutes and 19 seconds left to play in this football game. Septien guns it through. So the Dallas Cowboys continue to roll, taking advantage of yet another San Francisco turnover. They lead the 49ers 59-7.
Watch out. Winter's almost here, and wind's gonna get you, and cold's gonna get you, and high fuel bills are gonna get you, because you still haven't added more insulation to your attic. So do it now. Get more Owens Corning fiberglass insulation and add another layer to put your house in the pink. See your dealer or contractor. Buy more Owens Corning fiberglass insulation now, before winter gets you.
Life of Georgia in New Orleans? Sure, they're my company. They handle my personal and business insurance.
My business is custom design, so I can appreciate the way my Life of Georgia agent has tailored a plan to suit my needs.
I work hard, and I expect my life insurance company to do the same. So I chose Life of Georgia. They're one of the largest in the country, and here in North Carolina, they work with me.
Life of Georgia. We're working hard to ensure your future.
In 2 weeks, see same-day coverage of Mike Weaver's WBA Heavyweight Championship defense against second-ranked Harry Coetzee, Saturday, October 25th on the CBS Sports Spectacular.
It just began the fourth quarter in St. Louis between the Los Angeles Rams and the St. Louis Cardinals, but the Cardinals are right back in the thick of it. It was 14-7, and now watch, because this put the Cardinals on the board, and they pulled to within 7 as a result of that touchdown. As they start the fourth quarter, 14-7, Rams over the Cards. Let's send you back to Frank Lieber.
Welcome back once again to Texas Stadium. Cowboys ready to kick off with a little over 11 minutes remaining in the football game. Septien, good kickoff. James Owens at the goal line. Out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Owens scraps his way up to the 35. And Steve DeBerg remains in for the 49ers. You may have wondered why they didn't go to Montana, but when you get this far behind, again, it probably wouldn't be fair to Joe to put him into a situation like this to really show what he can do, is it?
I think that's what the thinking is. The score even at halftime was 38-7, so evidently Bill Walsh has opted to keep Steve DeBerg in there.
DeBerg is 7 out of 23 for 130 yards. Cooper getting outside to the 45, to the 50, fumble the football, and Dallas has recovered.
This is when you want to save those for another game right now. They don't need those.
Great run by Cooper.
This is close right here. This replay will show it. It's an inside handoff. I thought maybe he hit the ground first when he fumbled. Someone dove on top of him, but we'll see right here is where he gets hit, and bam, that's a bad call on the referees right there. That should have been, he should have been down right there.
Bruce Heather, number 57, covered the fumble. Turnover number 7 against the San Francisco 49ers. They're second in this half, and the Cowboys have a first down at their 45. Butch Johnson wide to the left side. Tony Hill wide to the right. Hill has caught 4 thus far this afternoon. Newhouse and Jones are the setbacks. Robert Newhouse is out to the 47-yard line. I think I have detected a note that Landry feels this one may be in the bag. He has taken off the headset. He is no longer talking to Dan Reeves. Either that or he is mad at Reeves.
Well, you know one thing about him. He once he feels the game is under control, he's thinking about next week, and he doesn't have much time to celebrate. He's always you would never know if you saw that scene who was winning or losing, but he's probably thinking about next week now in the Philadelphia Eagles.
Second and 9 from the 47-yard line. Glenn Corrado at quarterback. Corrado is still to throw his first NFL regular season pass. Cowboys been keeping it on the ground. Timmy Newsome, number 30, rookie fullback, on the carry for another yard or so. Third down, well, let's call it 7 needed for the first down, with the ball at the 48-yard line. That's the way it stands, believe it or not. with 9 minutes and 51 seconds to go. Preston Pearson is in the Cowboy lineup. Passing situation here for Corrado. And they go on the delay to Preston Pearson. Pearson fights his way to the 50-yard line. That's going to be it, and the Cowboys are going to have to punt. This will be only their third punt of the football game. Corrado may have to wait a little longer to throw his first NFL pass.
I don't think Dallas will put the ball in the air with 59-7. It's kind of the principle of the thing right now is to run that clock down and not pour it on.
And not get anybody hurt. Danny White in to do the punting. He was third in the league this year, or this week, in the punting statistics, second in the passing statistics. Another fumble by the 49ers. Ball is out of bounds, but it was last controlled by San Francisco, so the 49ers will retain possession. 49ers get the ball first and 10 on their 22, and we'll be back at Texas Stadium in just a moment.
JCPenney's incomparable MCS Series 45-watt receiver and 3-way linear phase speakers. One sound will tell you all you need to know about their specs. One look will show you what a great buy they are at $749.85. But look again. Right now, these incredible components are on sale as a package for an unbelievable $499. JCPenney's MCS Series 45-watt receiver and linear phase speaker sale. The value is crystal clear.
Motorcraft for sure. Motorcraft for sure. How do you make the great lineup of Motorcraft parts even better? You've already got batteries with sure power, hot firing spark plugs, and a full line of filters. So how do you make it better? Just add oil. Introducing Motorcraft Oil, formulated to stabilize oxidation and reduce wear. Rated SF, it meets the most advanced engineering standards set for the 80s. You can be sure of it. Motorcraft for sure.
Next Saturday, see top U.S. skaters take a spin for world honors at the World Roller Skating Championships. Next Saturday, 4:30 Eastern on the CBS Sports Spectacular.
Ricky Churchman of the 49ers, who caught the punt, was shaken up on the play. He's on his feet now and walking off the field under his own power. Churchman, one of 3 members of the secondary last year at the University of Texas, who are now starting in the National Football League. Johnny Johnson out in L.A. and Derek Hatchett, who is starting for the Baltimore Colts. Not a very good afternoon, as you can see, for Steve DeBerg, the San Francisco quarterback. And Steve, I'm sure, has got to be wondering if he will retain that starting position next week. Floats it long for Dwight Clark, who caught the other touchdown
pass. That's interference right there.
Is pass interference. 2 flags go down, and Mitchell will get the call at the 34-yard line of Dallas.
Well, Dwight Clark's had a good day under trying circumstances. He's caught 6 passes. This could have been the 7th. He won for the long touchdown, but he's behind Aaron Mitchell this time. He's got Mitchell beat. Mitchell's trying to recover, sticking his hands up there, and also hits him before the ball gets there, and it's a good call by the officials.
That'll give the 49ers a first down at the Dallas 34. This may be about their deepest penetration of the football game.
I think Ricky got his neck hurt over there on the sidelines, and they're checking him out.
Ricky Churchman, the former Texas star, excellent tackler and a fine rookie prospect. DeBerg trying to get some points on the board for the 49ers, has to scramble. Larry Bethea trying to run him down. Huther got over there and made the stop at the 28-yard line.
Well, the pass protection that good. That play was actually very good. The coverage downfield had caused Steve to run the football, but really he's got time. You want about 3 to 3.5 seconds, and you could pretty well get most passes off, and he's got some time right there. And doesn't see anything. They've also got Mike Hagman's out there in good shape, taking away the flare pass. So Steve decides to run and gets about 8 yards.
Second down. Let's call it 2 needed for the first down with the ball at the 26. Sideline throw. Good for the first down. I believe that's Freddie Solomon's first catch of the day. Run out of bounds at the 20-yard line on the far side by cornerback Steve Wilson. 7 turnovers for the 49ers, 4 fumbles, 3 interceptions. It's a bit of an upset there. Of course, it's early in that game. Oakland leading San Diego. First down, San Francisco at the 20. You have to believe that Bill Walsh certainly is going to give strong consideration to starting Joe Montana next week. He almost started Montana this week. Thought about it a long time. He's made some statements here in the past week or so that Montana could be the quarterback of the 49ers future. Earl Cooper in motion. DeBerg back to throw it. Wide open. That's Clark. Dwight Clark has his second touchdown reception of the day.
I like that Dwight Clark. He had a great game last week, caught a couple touchdowns. He's caught 2 more this week. And of course, Steve DeBerg is going to take a lot of the blame today, and not rightly so. He had a few passes picked off, but Dallas also has played excellent offensive football. They've hit the big plays. They've beat the 49er defense, and the quarterback sometimes gets the brunt of it. So it's going to be a situation, I think, between DeBerg and Montana that's going to probably take place for a while, the controversy, and every team's been through it. But Steve DeBerg is not at fault for this lopsided score today. He's contributed to it, as the rest of the team has.
Ray Wersing tacking on the extra point. That makes it Cowboys 59, 49ers 14. 7 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
If anyone looks forward to the start of a new day, it's a Big A Auto Parts store, because each new day is filled with such challenging customer requests for quality parts and friendly service. Take yesterday, for example.
Battery. Got an oil filter for a Ferrari?
Do you hook the black one to the plus or minus?
I need heavy-duty shocks. A muffler for a Merc. Boy, have you got metric tools.
Quality parts, friendly service. That's Big A.
Have you got a cup of coffee?
Sure. The hard-working auto parts store.
Michelob brings you the 7-day weekend, California style. In California, they don't follow trends, they set them. So people out here don't wait for the weekend to have a Michelob. They enjoy that smooth and mellow Michelob taste whenever and wherever they please.
Put a little weekend in your week.
Yeah.
Ray Wersing getting ready to kick off as the shadows lengthen here at Texas Stadium. Low liner comes down to Newsome at the 5-yard line. The Cowboy rookie is up to the 15, 20, 25, and finally dropped at the 28. Now getting back to DeBerg in Montana and any controversy, again, you have that when you got 2 quarterbacks who are about the same age. That's inevitable, isn't it?
That's what makes it difficult. One has to be the starter, and the other guy doesn't want to sit around. So DeBerg and Montana will be going through this. They're the best of friends, and they have to work together, so that's good. They respect each other, but they're going to be battling each other for a job, and that's the name of the game.
Ideal situation, of course, is to have a veteran quarterback and then a youngster that you're trying to break in. James Jones continues to run hard for the Cowboys out to the 35-yard line, picked up 7 or 8 before Ted Vincent, number 75, made the tackle. Rams now are pouring it on St. Louis. Not really pouring it on, but they've got a comfortable edge there, certainly in the 4th period.
St. Louis has played very well the last couple of weeks. That's been a tight game. It was 14-7 in the 4th quarter. Now the Rams have come across for another touchdown. It's 21-7. St. Louis still has a chance in the Eastern Conference. The game today was a big one for them.
2nd down 3. Cowboys at their 34-yard line. Let's see, 30-second clock may have run out on the Cowboys, which will be a 5-yard delay of game situation. Notice a lot of the Cowboy wives and alumni wives in attendance at this football game. I know they have a lot of projects going too.
Well, they do. The wives have a cookbook. It's their 2nd annual. They have pictures of the players and the coaches.
Delay of the game, offense.
Delay of the game and their families. It's an excellent cookbook. It also benefits the Happy Hill Farm, a children's home near Dallas, and Mary Bruning's heading up that project. But it was successful last year. In the next couple of weeks, they're coming out with their 2nd cookbook.
2nd and 9. Any of your recipes in there, my man?
Yes, they were in there last year. They got a retired recipe in there this year.
Carano, this will be his first NFL pass, but he's going to have to run it. Well, it would have been his first NFL pass. So Carano is scrambling and run out of bounds at the 35-yard line, short of the first down. That'll set up 3rd down and 3.
You're looking at a fine athlete, number 18, Glenn Carano. He's fulfilled the expectations of being a number 2 draft choice in the preseason games and in practice. He has not had the chance to play in a game, and of course you have Danny White, who's got a long career ahead of him, and it's a difficult situation for Glenn Carano. He's an excellent quarterback. He's got a fine arm, and he's a great backup quarterback to Danny White.
49ers showing the blitz as they line up on this 3rd and 3 situation. Here's Carano back to throw it, and it's almost picked off. So he finally got his first NFL pass away, and fortunate for him, it wasn't an interception as Terry Tutolo, the linebacker, was over there quickly. You remember when they got down to the final cut between Carano and DeBerg, what it was based on? What did you think?
Well, Carano was the number 2 draft choice, and DeBerg kind of came out of nowhere. He impressed everybody with his arm and his abilities. Carano, I would say it came down to Carano's maneuverability. He has a strong arm, but he's got a lot of athlete instincts as far as scrambling and moving around, and that probably was the factor, but it was fairly close.
Solomon fading back on this punt, fields it at the 20-yard line, up to the 25, 30, across the 35 and out to the 38-yard line before he's contained by Dexter Clinkscale, number 47. 6 minutes and 37 seconds to go in this football game at Texas Stadium with the Cowboys firmly in command.
No experience, no job. I could do that job, but who'd give me the chance?
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. We don't ask for experience, we give it. You won't read it in a book, you live it. Pick a service, pick a challenge, set yourself apart. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. What a great place, it's a great place to start.
When you've got to rely on your vehicles, rely on AC Delco. Hot firing AC fire ring spark plugs, AC filters, Delco shocks, cold cranking Delco Freedom 2 batteries, and more. AC Delco's a whole line of hard-working replacement parts.
AC Delco working hard for you.
For over 50 years, hard-working people have relied on AC Delco parts for just about anything that moves.
AC Delco working hard for you.
See your participating AC Delco outlet for his special Key Play offer.
Frank Lieber with Roger Staubach back at Texas Stadium once again with 6 minutes and 37 seconds remaining. 49ers at the football and a 1st and 10 at their 37-yard line. Steve DeBerg, 9 out of 25, feeds the ball to Cooper, and Guy Brown, number 59 of the Cowboys, stands him up at the 39-yard line.
This is when it's no fun to be a professional football player when you're losing like this. It is just no fun at all.
Final score, Minnesota beat the Bears. What some people might consider an upset, as good as the Bears looked in that second half against the Monday night game. 2nd and 8. San Francisco from its 40-yard line. Wonder how hoarse DeBerg is going to be after this game. Over the middle, certainly catchable, I thought. Number 35. Linville Elliott, who has been filling in for Hofer.
Yeah. He threw it a little bit behind him, but he still could have caught the ball. He was right in the hole in the zone. DeBerg laid it in there pretty well. It was just to the wrong side, and Linville tried to turn around, got one hand on it, but it still was an incompletion.
3rd and 8 for those of you who joined us late. Paul Hofer went out with a knee injury early for San Francisco, and that's hurt them quite a bit, obviously. Hofer, the leading pass receiver in the NFC. Hopefully it's not too serious. Looked like Larry Bethea of Dallas was offside. DeBerg trying to hit Solomon, who couldn't keep his feet in bounds. So the pass goes incomplete. Let's see what the penalty call will be. They played the entire 15-minute overtime period down to Tampa Bay, and no one scored. So it goes into the books as a tie. That's the first tie in the NFL, I believe, this year. Tampa Bay and Green Bay. Packers are coming along a little bit.
Well, they beat Cincinnati last week, and then
Outside. Third down.
That was on Larry Bethea, number 76. We didn't hear the number, but Cincinnati comes back and beats Pittsburgh 17-16. Now that is what you call coming back.
I would say so. Third down and 3. I wonder when the last time was somebody beat the Steelers twice in the same year. Elliott popping through over the middle, picks up the first down as he moves into Dallas territory, across the 45 and down to the 44-yard line.
Well, Cincinnati has had a difficult time these past 2 seasons. They have a new coach there, Forrest Gregg, but they've beaten the world champions 3 out of the last 4 times.
There's Paul Hofer back in civilian clothes. You know, at the rate he was catching passes coming into this game, he would have caught 130 passes on the year.
Well, you don't like to see that. He's a heck of a guy, besides being a great athlete.
Steve DeBerg going for Clark. Clark can't reach it.
You're going to give that
and
to Mitchell
Aaron Mitchell picks up his second pass interference call. Had one on the last drive, too.
Hey, Mitchell's unhappy about that, but I tell you, you can't put your hand on the guy's helmet before the ball gets there.
And that's quite obviously what he did. So the 49ers will pick up another first down and keep this drive going. Yeah, another touchdown here, and it sounds almost reasonable.
Wait a minute now. They're evidently changing their mind.
I think they took the flag back. Could have been the case if one official saw it as pass interference and the other one maybe had a better view and decided that there was no penalty there, and the first one gave in.
He gave it to the ball evidently had gotten to the receiver, and that was the judgment before Mitchell hit it.
Second and 10 from the 45. DeBerg over the middle, and again we get a marker thrown as
holding.
Mike Hagman stepped in front of the intended receiver that time, who was Eason Ransom, the tight end, and knocked it away.
Well, when you're winning 59-14, the referee starts calling holding on the other team, you know it's a tough day. You've got to really be.
Cardinals aren't dead yet. 21-13 now in the final period.
Holding, number 77, offense.
Gene Barrett guilty of the infraction. 49ers have lost John Ayers today, who went out in the first half with a thigh or hip injury. He has not been back, in addition to Hofer. Second down, 20. Ransom in motion. DeBerg intended for Solomon. Intercepted. Anthony Dickerson with his second interception of the day. Look at that man run. Dickerson takes it back to the 25. Turnover number 8 against the 49ers.
Well, he brought the few people that are left to their feet. That run. Steve's getting a lot of pressure right here, and he's just throwing it into a group over there and hoping for the best. And there's a couple of Cowboys over there. It's tipped by Benny Barnes. Charlie Waters is over there, and it's tipped Tony Champ Dickerson from SMU. He's now with the Dallas Cowboys, and he makes a fine run of it. He's got a lot of speed. The Cowboys bringing him in on third downs as a extra defensive linebacker and take out of another linebacker. So they believe he's got the speed to cover defensive backs, and he made a fine interception there.
First and 10 from the 27-yard line. Newhouse in the middle. Keep in mind now, if Dallas should score again, it would set a new all-time single-game scoring record. They've tied their record of 59, set back in 1968 against the Detroit Lions. Well, what else can you say about this one except regroup? One thing, there won't be any traffic problem getting out of Texas Stadium today. A lot of the fans have decided to take the rest of the afternoon off, figuring this one was in the bag for the Cowboys.
Parents and wives and friends of the players are left.
Newsome, Timmy Newsome showing good balance. Down to the 20-yard line, short of the first down.
This can work against a team when you score 59 points and you're going in the next week to play the team that's tied with you in the division. You've got to forget about this, not only from the bright side of the game, but also the bleak side. San Francisco's got to regroup, but Dallas can't count on anything like they've had today with all the turnovers. Next week against the Eagles in Philadelphia.
3rd down and 4. Newhouse inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Gonna be, looks like 4th down and about a yard needed for the 1st down. I'll tell you, those fans, Newhouse is getting up a little slowly. Those fans in San Francisco, Roger, I'm sure they're never going to forget you after 1972. That playoff game out there.
Well, that was an exciting game out there.
Wasn't that something? Gotta be. Hard running James Jones going off left tackle and stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and the 49ers have held. There's one of the few positive notes that the 49ers can point to as they hold the Cowboys at the 18-yard line, and will take over 1st and 10 from that point.
It's like Lawrence Pillars, number 65, get him around the ankles and stop that play.
Cowboys giving some work to their backup defensive unit now. So we mentioned Benny Barnes is in there, and Barnes, of course, is an interesting story. The regular cornerback who suffered an appendicitis attack before the season opener against Washington. Steve DeBerg airs it out, intended for Solomon. He can't quite catch up to it. And Barnes was activated just this week by the Cowboys. He underwent an emergency appendectomy the night before the regular season opener, and in less than a month, or just about a month, he is back on the playing field again. And one of his problems during the offseason, he had a foot operation which was bothering him in training camp, and he said actually the rest he got here, waiting to come back from the appendectomy, helped his foot, and he's feeling pretty good. Nevertheless, Tom Landry has gotten some excellent work out of Aaron Mitchell, and Steve Wilson is starting cornerback, so he's not inclined to make any change anytime soon. Cooper finds a hole over the middle, out to the 27-yard line.
He's working Benny at strong safety right now. Benny can go between strong safety and cornerback, and down the stretch, they're going to need him. They're going to need his experience, especially if he's not starting on 3rd down. Randy Hughes should be back later on the season, so that Dallas secondary should have some strength back to it going down the stretch drive.
See the clock running down to the 2-minute warning. That's where we are right now. Barnes out there, number 31, who we've been talking about with the Cowboys. Cowboys 5-1 after this game. It's still tied with the Eagles for 1st place in the NFC East.
Introducing the revolutionary twin action shaving system engineered to outperform twin blades. The new Norelco Rotatract razor. Inside 3 floating heads, Rotatract works like twin blades to grip hair. Raise it up, then razor it off, hundreds of times a second, for a shave that's twin blade close without a nick or cut. The new twin action Norelco Rotatract razor, cord and rechargeable. Twin blade closeness, but no gotcha.
Lincoln Mercury introduces the totally new Lynx. Its hemispherical head engine, advanced transmission, and aerodynamic shape combine to produce exceptional fuel efficiency. Starting today, the world belongs to an American car. Starting today, the world belongs to Lynx.
Our executive producer of this NFL football game, Charles H. Milton III. Our producer, Bob Rowe, who will watch it the next time he dips his hand into Munchies if Staubach is around. And our director, Jim Silman. And, of course, some of the other folks who've helped us bring this telecast to you today. There have been more exciting football games played in the National Football League, but nevertheless, You can see the Cowboys are in pretty good shape as they head into their showdown against the Eagles next week. Linville Elliott taking that handoff on a 3rd and short yardage situation at the 27-yard line, and the officials want a measurement. Can you remember being involved in the losing side of a ball game this lopsided?
Been in a couple similar to this. We lost to Minnesota one year up in Minnesota. In fact, the score was almost identical. I think it was 59 to something, and also lost on a Monday night to St. Louis one year, 38 to nothing.
And as I recall, on both occasions bounced back and did very well. Pass is tipped, I believe, by Thornton, number 77, as DeBerg tried to get it away. Well, Steve's passing percentage will leave something to be desired. That's his 30th throw, and he's completed just 9. Danny White wound up 16 out of 22, 239 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 of them to Drew Pearson. Was trapped once and did not have an interception. I would think that probably, unless Ferragamo had an unbelievable day for Los Angeles, would put him back on top in the NFC passing stats. DeBerg hitting Cooper, and Cooper runs out of bounds at the 37-yard line, pursued over there by Steve Wilson. Crazy Ray.
Crazy Ray.
Let's go, Cowboys!
She never heard into that.
I don't think she did either. I think she pretty well felt this game was sacked away. 59-14. Cowboys over the 49ers. Dallas' biggest point production since 1968, tying their all-time club record for most points in a single game. 3rd down. 49ers needing 2 for the first down. DeBerg still throwing. It's Dwight Clark at the 40, and Clark has enough for the first down. I don't believe you're going to see these teams using their allotment of timeouts here. Don't have to worry about that. Clock is ticking away with 1 minute and 15 seconds. 49ers with the hurry-up offense. DeBerg sideline throw, and Aaron Mitchell almost had himself an interception. Cowboys with 8 turnovers, 4 fumble recoveries, 4 pass interceptions. Adding up to a lot of points. It was 38-7 at halftime, in case you joined us late. Dallas scoring on its first 2 possessions, and the 49ers really never in this football game.
Well, the Cowboys started out with a strange twist. They had about a 50-yard gain after a shotgun formation snap backfire. Danny chased the ball around, threw it up to Jay Salty, and that started off a string of events that's been all against the 49ers.
Linville Elliott run out of bounds over on the far sideline by Dexter Clinkscale. I guess you have to go back to the turning point in the game. That was probably the play on the very first series of downs, wasn't it?
I think that has a lot to do with it, but when it's 59-14, it's tough to find a turning point.
I wouldn't think so. Well, Bill Walsh try to regroup for the Rams next week. That'll be at home. 49ers back in the confines of Candlestick, and of course the Rams are playing awfully well right now. This will be the 49ers' 3rd straight loss after 3 opening victories, their best start since 1952. But no one really figured on them being in a divisional championship race this year. They just looked for improvement. Aaron Mitchell, 9th turnover of the day. That's 5 interceptions.
Well, that's the same play. Clark is double teamed by Dennis Thurman, number 32, and Aaron Mitchell's running with him, and Steve DeBerg tries to get over Mitchell's head. Mitchell's on him. Pretty good coverage. He's got help behind and Dennis Thurman, so he's not worried about Clark behind him, and jumps up, makes the interception. Interception number 5.
Long ride back to San Francisco for the 49ers tonight. First and 10. Cowboys at their 40-yard line. Butch Johnson wide to the left side. Carano is quarterback now for better than a quarter, but has not put the ball in the air. Tried to a couple of times and was forced to scramble. Flag is down as Newhouse gets the call and dives forward to the 43-yard line. Pat Haggerty, the referee, checking things out. Several stunning results in the NFL today. Cincinnati beating Pittsburgh for the 2nd time this year. 17-16. Green Bay, Tampa Bay, finishing sudden death, tied.
Illegal formation, offense.
Buffalo losing its first game of the year to Baltimore. Penalty moves the ball back to the 36-yard line. 1st and 15. Corrado did throw a pass. I was wrong. He's 0 for 1. That was the one that almost got intercepted.
Gonna run it out now.
Corrado just sitting on the football. Cowboys will have to run one more play. And that will put San Francisco out of its misery.
Well, people have left their hearts in San Francisco, and I think San Francisco hopes they leave all their turnovers back here in Dallas, because that's killed them today.
They've left half a season full today, I'll tell you. 9, according to our unofficial count. Corrado again sitting on the football, and the clock will wind down the last 12 seconds here, and that'll be the ball game. Dallas with a 38-7 halftime lead and moving out to a 59-14 victory over the San Francisco 49ers to remain tied with the Philadelphia Eagles for first place in the NFC Eastern Division. That's our final score, 59-14 from Texas Stadium. For Roger Staubach, this is Frank Lieber saying so long. The NFL on CBS is a presentation of CBS Sports.
This week, 60 Minutes invites you to lunch at the best restaurant in the world. One of 3 brand new stories tonight at 7, 6 Central and Mountain on CBS.